Everything changes. A man's world changes when he truly loves a woman. And in this video, I will explain exactly what that means. When a man truly loves a woman, his world revolves around her. Now, this isn't about control or pride, but his entire world is placed in orbit around her happiness, her peace, and her smile. He doesn't just listen to her words, but he also listens to her silences. He notices the way her eyes lose their sparkle when she's exhausted, or the way she covers up her pain with a smile. He doesn't love the version of her that's dressed up and made up, but instead, he falls in love with her rawness. The way she cries when she's overwhelmed. The way she stands strong when the world tries to break her. He sees her strength in her vulnerability, and he cherishes it. Now, some people might think that when a man loves a woman, he should love her at all times. But let me tell you something. Even in the hardest times, even when she's wrong, even when she hurts him, even when she drives him crazy, even when there's distance, he still chooses her. Why? Because that's what love is. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a commitment. Love isn't just a moment, it's a lifetime of moments. And a man who truly loves a woman will choose her every day, in every argument, in every doubt, in every distance. Because that's what love is. And if you don't believe me, look at the world around you. The world can be a dark and dangerous place, but there are men out there who light up the darkness with their love for their women. They stand by their partners, not only when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Not only when they're happy, but especially when they're hurting. These men understand that love isn't always easy, but they're willing to work through the tough times because they know that their love is worth fighting for. You see, a man who truly loves a woman doesn't just accept her for who she is. He wants to be a better man for her. He doesn't demand that she change, but he wants to rise higher for her sake. Not because he has to, but because he wants to. He doesn't love her because she makes him feel good about himself, but he loves her in spite of his own struggles and flaws. He doesn't love her for the easy moments, but for the hard ones too. He doesn't love her for the sunshine, but for the rain. He doesn't love her for the laughter, but for the tears. And most importantly, he doesn't love her for how she completes him, but because he wants to complete her. A man who truly loves a woman is willing to sacrifice his own comfort and happiness for her. He understands that sometimes she needs more support, more understanding, more patience from him, so he gives it to her without hesitation. He doesn't expect her to read his mind, but he communicates his needs and emotions clearly. He doesn't try to change her, but he inspires her to be her best self. He doesn't just say he loves her, he shows her through his actions and the way he treats her every single day. He is willing to fight for her, not because he thinks she's perfect, but because he knows she's worth it. You see, a man who truly loves a woman doesn't just fall in love with her, he falls in love with the idea of her, the idea of being with her, growing with her, supporting her, protecting her, and cherishing her. He falls in love with the idea of a future with her, a future full of challenges, but also full of hope, faith, and trust. He falls in love with the idea of being her rock, her shoulder to cry on, her best friend, her lover, her confidant, her teammate, her equal, and her other half. He falls in love with the idea of her loving him back, not because he needs it, but because he wants it. A man who truly loves a woman respects her boundaries, her values, and her dreams. He supports her goals and encourages her passions. He doesn't force her to do anything she's not comfortable with, but he guides her gently when she's lost. He doesn't criticize her for her mistakes, but he helps her learn from them. He doesn't pressure her to make decisions, but he listens to her thoughts and feelings. He doesn't try to change her, but he inspires her to be the best version of herself. He is honest with her, not because he has to be, but because he wants to be. He is vulnerable with her, not because he has to be, but because he wants to be. He is open with her, not because he has to be, but because he wants to be. He is real with her, not because he has to be, but because he wants to be. He doesn't hide anything from her, but he shares everything with her. He doesn't expect anything from her, but he gives everything to her. He doesn't just say he loves her, he shows her through his actions and the way he treats her every single day. You see, when a man truly loves a woman, he stops looking at other women. He doesn't need anyone else's beauty or attention because he already has his own. He doesn't compare her to other women because he knows she's one of a kind. He doesn't fantasize about other women because he's satisfied with his own. He doesn't chase other women because he knows she's worth waiting for. He doesn't just love her body, but he loves her mind, her soul, and her spirit. He doesn't just love her smile, but he loves her tears, her fears, and her dreams. He doesn't just love her sunshine, but he loves her rain, her storms, and her rainbows. He loves her for who she is, not for who he wants her to be. He loves her for who she has been, not for who she will be. He loves her for who she is and who she will be. He loves her for everything she is, everything she has, and everything she will ever be. When a man truly loves a woman, his heart expands. His capacity for love grows. His soul recognizes hers. He feels her energy, her essence, her aura. He connects with her on a deeper level. He feels her pain, her joy, her fear, her hope. He understands her silence, her body language, her needs, her wants, her desires. He listens to her heart. He reads her mind. He feels her soul. He knows her like no one else can. He sees her beauty, not just on the outside, but on the inside. He admires her strength, her courage, her kindness, her compassion, her empathy. He respects her intelligence, her wisdom, her knowledge, her skills, her talents. He values her opinions, her insights, her stories, her experiences. He learns from her. He grows with her. He challenges her. He inspires her. He motivates her. He supports her. He cheers for her. He celebrates her. He honors her. He adores her. He worships her. He cherishes her. He thanks God for her. When a man truly loves a woman, he becomes a better man. Not because she asks him to change, but because loving her makes him want to rise higher. Not for her, but for them. He doesn't just love her. He loves life with her. He doesn't just love her. He loves being with her. He doesn't just love her. He loves growing old with her. He doesn't just love her. He loves her forever. So remember, brothers, when a man truly loves a woman, everything changes. His world revolves around her. His heart expands for her. His soul recognizes hers. He becomes a better man because of her. That is the power of true love. That is the beauty of a man and a woman coming together. That is the blessing of finding your soulmate. That is the miracle of being in love.